of like the sports themed titles today was totally useless as to what the fuck I was talking about. You know what I mean? Like, silly. Um, I'm just gonna throw an ad in now, right? Fuck it. Every time it rains, you'll hear in my head. A little bit of Kate Bush, always get through our days. Amen. Kind of cool night. Some channeled messages. Hey, thanks. Yeah. Been like pacing myself tonight. I'm like, what's the rush? What's 6 hours for what? You know? And I don't think anybody was into the Jim Morrison bit, but that's okay. No plans, just after party vibes. Yeah, why did I do the sports titles? It's very useless. No one knows what the videos are about now. It's stupid, but funny. Committed to the bit always. Yeah. I don't know, Cheech and Chong. There's like this video that went around on the internet of these like librarians being interviewed about. I know, I was trying not to, and I still did. That's why it was so dramatic. Um, these very innocent small town librarians found like marijuana in the library. They're like, we thought it was Betty's lean cuisine. It's just the three of them like talking over each other, trying to like say like they had no idea what it was. And it like kind of seems like maybe they did know and maybe it was theirs. And one of the ladies was like, yeah, she knew what it smelled like. And the other lady responds with, yeah, well, I'm no Cheech and Chong. And like, I guess I'm not telling you because I think that talking about the video would be funny, but because if you've seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I am no Cheech and Chong. I'm no Cheech and Chooch. I'm no Chooch and Cheng. Yeah. And so anyway, like I said, the only thing I really wanted to do today, tarot-wise, was the Jim Morrison thing. So I just came back on to see if we wanted to do any other cards. We did a little bit of the Thoth deck earlier. I think that went pretty well. It's kind of awkward. People don't get the way this works on my channel. And I almost want to go back to the Zodiac format, but that is very... Not that I want to call it time-consuming necessarily, but it definitely... It's a little harder to do on here, I think, than like on a YouTube pre-recorded thing. don't mind it, but I also feel like it'd be very hard to tune in and get a message if you had to wait for your zodiac sign, and I don't think that's useful. But like, I really don't like doing personal reads. I don't get that. Is that what other tarot readers on here do? Is just like, it's you and then you and then you, and it's like, nah, man, this is my reading for all of you. Take a message, leave a message, literally in the comments if you want to. It's interesting. That seems to be the norm on here, is to just get, can I have one? Can I have one? And what have you done? That being said, I don't really get this whole subscription thing, but maybe the personal readings would be reserved for those who subscribe, right? I'm gonna get it all figured out this week. I promise. This all happened, just now. But yeah, I also don't understand why people want personal readings in the sense that you're just getting blasted out loud. Yeah, I don't get that. I like the anonymity, and I like that, well, I feel like it's more authentic if I don't know what's going on. That's just my opinion, though. I don't mind sitting and talking about some readings, but then, like, people get a little confused, maybe, with the, structure of it, because if I engage with them, they just assume that I'm going to keep engaging about it, and then I guess that's why I have this kind of feeling about the individual, exactly same, or I guess that's the perk of doing it, is that you end up just hanging out with other occultists. But yeah, it's not necessarily a red flag. I shouldn't say that about someone I don't know. It's just the internet, and like, it could even be bots or just who knows? Trolls, I guess. I don't know. But if you just get on here and somebody's like doing their thing, and you're like, can I get it? And then you just keep making it about yourself, it's like you're kind of just being draining. You're just being draining, So it's kind of like buzz off. Or spend some money, right? Spend some money. And then that's fine. And I tell people that also. Like, you can get a full fucking personal reading, right, for a price or sub, and then maybe I'll do that. Like I said, I don't really get the appeal of being publicly blasted, like people knowing your business. I guess, like, there's some kind of like anonymity, fuck it, I don't know how to say it, anonymousness, with just like a screen name, no picture, but it's still weird. I'd much rather just listen to a general reading, but yeah, like I said, that's what I'm used to, but it's usually zodiac, but it's like really hard to, because then if you miss the start and then you just jump in, it's like you either have to like wait for the replay or wait for the whole thing, and I don't think that's as fun, personally, but maybe that's just me. So I probably won't make this a super late night. It's been really quiet. I feel like my channel is always quiet on Saturdays. There's not much going on. It's not super hype. I don't even have emotes. You know what I mean? So I don't take offense to it. Oh, that's interesting. I've never been blamed for anything. That's very odd. And I guess it's the power of being the dealer too, is having the authority over the situation to cast it the way you want. Yes, like they want a different answer, or they're like, right, or it's botism, right? Right. I would say I've never done the same spell twice. I would definitely, like, I am that bitch. I am that witch. I don't really like, I feel like, I love American Horror Story and everything, so there's part of me that's like supreme witch energy, but also like I hate the word supreme unless you're talking about a crunch wrap, let's not use the word supreme. Like, little too close to supremacy in way of white or like just any kind of supremacy is just like ah. So exactly, crunch wraps, the only supreme that is the supreme, right? That's it. You can't use that term on anything else. I don't think. I think it's just been ruined. I think it's just even the like the new I don't know, new humor. It's like a meme that's like random shit supremacy, like Taco Bell supremacy or leather kink supremacy. And it's like, even that is like, again, stop using the word supremacy when we have to fight the oppressor that thinks that way, right? We're just feeding into their narrative, whether we're mocking them and joking with them or not. No, that's what I'm saying. That's why, okay, sorry. That's why I brought it up is like, that's just always been it was me trying to say freestyle. Like, I am so calm, cool, and collected until I'm put on the spot for even a goddamn second. I'm a hack, bro. No, I'm kidding. I'm a naturalist. I'm a chaos witch. I don't follow anybody or anything. I just do this shit, It came natural. I mean, I got a witch finger. Yeah, So it's like I just do what I feel. It's like very ceremonious and very ritualistic, but not very habitualistic. That's why I said I never do the same spell twice, is because I'm just in it, doing it. I like to say making it up as I go along, but it kind of scares people when I say that. But it's like, okay, so during the channeled reading with Jim Morrison, we talked about how, like, intention is half of what makes music. So it's the same for, like, a spell, right? It's like the intention. I know exactly what I'm doing, and I know what I'm getting out of this, and I know what the elements mean or at least represent. That's, yes. I'm an Aquarius moon, maybe, or Taurus sun. It makes me very innovative, but Scorpio rising makes me intimidating. So it's like people aren't hip to the shit that I do. It takes a long time, but then, like, I just have to deal with the fact that I've moved on to something else by the time people move into what I was already doing. It's like I think it's the Aquarian curse, right? It's like you're just like right ahead or right behind the wave, because some Aquariuses are like total laggards and they're like, oh yeah, I guess I do kind of like this. And everyone's like, dude, what? Where have you been? Like, you wearing Ugg boots, bro? Like, yeah, they're fucking comfortable. You guys were right. Kind of vibe. Or the other way, where they're like ahead, I don't know. I just never forget that in my high school sociology class, it's not that I got bullied. At that point, I was kind of like already 16 and had done drugs and traveled alone. You know what I mean? So, like, I was kind of a bad bitch. I was starting to get hot. I wasn't like the timid, meek 14-year-old that entered that high school. But I still kind of got bullied. And, like, sometimes I didn't stand up for myself because I just didn't want to. And sometimes I fucking popped off. Doesn't matter. I remember my sociology teacher making me feel better about desperately not fitting in, obviously not fitting in, to the point where I kind of felt bad, even though it seemed like I could handle myself, right? Because it was so unnecessary, some of the things, especially in a sociology class where it's like, this is literally what this class is about, making fun of the queer kid or making fun of the radical one, the not leftist or punk, I guess, whatever, the outcasted, doesn't matter. So when that came up, the cycles of trends, he's like, see, you're an innovator. He was like, you're probably the only one in this class that's an innovator because look at what the fuck you're wearing. You're wearing like 80s sweaters and skinny jeans, acid wash jeans, the shit went out of style and you were bringing it back and no one else, you know what I mean? So it's just something I always took back to and I thought was really cute and really sweet. And so then I see it, you know, in like some of the younger generations that aren't on trend but aren't doing what we did either. It's kind of like a pay it forward crossover throwback new age swag or something. I like it. Most my aesthetic is recycled. That's it. Somebody gave me this. Somebody gave me this. Somebody gave me this. It's recycled. And that's all I cared about. I was I still want to. I don't make a lot of reels because it's not that I'm against content creation, but it's not something I truly enjoy either. There's like funny things that pass through my mind that I could make into a fucking 15-second video. Sure. 3 minutes, yeah. But like, do I want to spend my time doing that? Pretty much never. Pretty much never do I have the time, and even if I do not want to spend my time like that. But the teenage dirtbag trend, it just really got me because I remember fucking driving around. We were in our 20s, probably early 20s at the point. We were driving around listening to that shit. Or even putting it on mix CDs in middle school or after that. And just, you know, Wheatus is fucking cool. It's a cute trend. I think it would have really, like, resonated with me then as much as it does now. And I was looking at my own teenage dirtbag photos. I still have to collect the ones I'm going to use. But it's perfect. It's like me in a sewer, and then me wearing a Ramones t-shirt, and me fucking eating something that looks like shit. Yeah, exactly. Like, we were teenage dirtbags. I feel like they don't have the dirtbag aspect anymore with teenagers. They're all clean-cut, aesthetic, blah, blah, blah. Internet filtered, you know. I like that we have a dirtbag past. I like that we were teenage dirtbags. Because I look back and amplify it. I love it. I think it's so cute. Just like being even like drunk as fuck in some of these pictures. Like what were we even doing? Like this is what we thought Facebook was just gonna be like MySpace, like just a bunch of kids and just like toss the account, you know. And here I am accessing these photos via Facebook. It's so funny. To get a glimpse. The Teenage Dirtbag. I love that because I really do love that song. I fuck with that song heavy, bro. And she doesn't give a damn about me 'cause I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby. Yeah, I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby. Listen to Iron Maiden, baby, with me. Ooh. Remember the music videos like Jason Biggs and Heather Graham? I think it's for like a movie, but I don't know what the fuck it was. So cute though. Her name is Noelle. I think I know every word to that song. We used to really like cruise around. I don't remember ever like running over people's garbage cans. I guess it was just piles of leaves, man. There's a lot of trees in the Midwest, I guess, but like I know you're not supposed to do that because kids hide in them or some shit. But that was just like, it's a freeing fucking experience, I guess, when you're young and just getting behind the wheel. Not that I was driving for a lot of the time. I guess, like I said, when I was older, I was. But I didn't get my license until I was like 18 or 19. I don't even remember how old I was. Maybe I got it at 18, didn't start driving until I was 19. For perspective, right? But we were just cruising. People leave the leaves in the street in piles. They wouldn't put them in bags. It'd just be raw piles of leaves. So sweet. It's just like, yeah, I guess it's dangerous now. Everything's dangerous now. And like, it's so funny because I feel like we created this world to make us feel safer, where we're under surveillance all the time, we're connected at all times, we can share our location, and we can tag where we are, we can call each other on 5 different fucking platforms at once because they're all connected too. And like that's cool, sense of safety. But also we've used this same technology to keep us safe, and made it something that actually threatens our own safety, because it's capable of doing things like creating false, not narratives, but literally false evidence. Like we can see that you can just digitally put yourself into a video. So you could have somebody do something and then just put your, and right now you can investigate and tell if it's a fake. But if we can already do this much, it happens so fast. People don't realize like the tech boom. Something was about Y2K. All right, I feel like we're getting into stoner territory because I am just off the cuff right now, not talking about anything, not really talking to anyone. I guess this is just me screaming into the void. Like, is this what Twitch is about? It's just Saturday night, bro. Nobody gives a fuck about this channel. It's quite boring. On that note, I'll just maybe. Oh, you are here. I'm like, hey. I wasn't sure because you're working, obviously. I wasn't sure if you were just, I don't know. You know what I mean? You don't think I'm boring? Sometimes I don't think I'm boring either. Like, I don't know. The reason I do this is because this is what I do when I'm sitting around, is just thinking about this stuff. And that's why I can just talk about random fucking whatever. Yeah, okay. Hey, as long as it's like, yeah, that's interesting. Whatever the fuck this bitch is going on about. I really am trying not to cuss as much anymore, and it's funny how much I'll randomly call myself a bitch while I'm on here. I guess it's like a, not a defense mechanism, but more of a precursor. Something has to, oh, thank God. We needed some fire and flame in here. That's what I'm saying. I can definitely talk, but cousin, it is awkward to talk alone. Nothing against Sorcerer, just feeling quiet tonight. Okay. Were you here for this conversation about, like, listen, y'all, finally, Crusoe's up. You know what I mean? Listen, happy birthday. Wait a second. The Leo? When was your birthday? We talked about you being a Leo the other day, but when was your birthday? Because we're getting to a close. Happy birthday? Okay, y'all, get this. I thought of the craziest shit today, and I don't know if I was under the influence of Jim Morrison or not, but I was like, listen, if all y'all believe, and I mean, like, almost unanimously across religions, even non-religious people, because some scientists even believe that there might be something, right? Healing. Okay, that's great. I love this shirt. It's recycled. It was my cousin's and she gave it to me, and it's a Claude Monet, right? Yeah. How fucking cool is that? Like, it's very cool. Thank you. I don't know what you mean by it's in its healing phase, but okay. Yeah, so get this. If we all agree that there's like some sort of eternal life, right, after death, or even like reincarnation, where you're reborn into something, or heaven, where it's once again eternal life, I guess, ascension, nirvana, even, where it's just like an eternal existence, then really what we're doing here the whole time is not experiencing life, but experiencing death, because ultimately that's what we're here to do, is die. And everyone's like, well, you live in the meantime. And it's like, wait, I thought you said I live after I die. So this whole experience, no wonder it's so much pain and suffering and learning and lessons, right? Is because it's the parade of death, right? And it's not to say that that is to focus on the decay or to focus on the heartbreak or the misery aspects of it, but just to understand that you're undergoing a change and you are developing your human brain to prepare yourself for death. Ultimately, the only result we get from life across the board. You know, maybe that's where the point I'm at too. And I think that's kind of what 2022 is about. I started to think about how many like loves. Yeah, right. It's time to die and not reincarnate. Maybe that is what I'm getting at. Maybe all humans will stop doing it or take some time off. But that's the thing. There's so many of us. I personally kind of started to recollect a lot lately, especially past lives, soul connections, even future stuff, past stuff. Just so many fucking lives, it feels like. And so many visions, so many connections. But being the way I am, where I'm a very much a romantic, but I am very much, I don't want to say anti-relationship, but very non-traditional in relationships. And I didn't avoid them as much as I just never really liked them, right? And I think part of that is because one of the things I set out to do here in this lifetime was to reconnect and re-meet and reintroduce myself to everyone I ever met. And I think a lot of us did that, right? And maybe every time we evolve, we bring back everyone we had a connection with, and all of a sudden it's like, God damn, there are 7 billion people on this planet. Maybe we should stop reincarnating, you know? Because you create a life and they create a life and they, and you got all these. I really don't like repeating words too much, but I keep saying, and I feel like it's almost like a here, like the crowds are like, because it does feel so crowded sometimes. It trips me out always, especially probably because I'm a necromancer or whatever, that there will always be more dead people than living people, period. There will, unless they're the living, right? Crazy to think about. Even with 7 billion people on the planet, way more people than that have lived, because we don't even know how many people have lived. But even in the past couple thousand years, we have estimates, right, of the population. No way to actually prove it, but you would have to add all of those populations together. That's a lot. So imagine they're all trying to reincarnate at the same time. Holy fuck. 7 billion people showing up at once. Where do we go from here? We've got to stop. What a turn this took. Yeah, this got pretty morbid. What's up? What happened to our little Leo flame light? Just kidding. No pressure, but Jesus. We're getting morbid as hell in here. This is what we call the after party, dog. What the fuck kind of after party is this? You got us all together to have a theoretical funeral? Are you kidding me? Absolutely not. That's the thing. I would prefer to call this shit life. I'm just saying that if you put their own theories, your own theories into practice, then what we're doing right now is death. The whole thing. And so why look at it as such a bad thing? It's its own thing, Right. I love when people pop in and don't stay because they're just like, what is she fucking talking about? I'm like, I don't even know, man. I honestly don't know sometimes. I just let it flow through me. You know what I mean? Stoner vibe. No, I've always been a stream of consciousness person. That's the thing. I've always been so kind of like, I keep wanting to say deliciously into. I feel like even from a young age, just because the drastic change in personalities due to the PMD phase, I feel like I had to ground myself and teach myself really, really early on how to connect to source That's what, like, we were talking about the other day. How I was like lucid dreaming in elementary school and envisioning patterns, and you know, um, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Is I feel like I don't even have anything. I think I'm at the point nothing left to lose. Feeling like Rolling Stone, right? I'm a little more together than it was 10 years ago, whatever. Obviously, I think, but not by much. Because being really rooted and grounded in source only half of the time is still just normal pace. I'm very deeply connected, extremely deeply rooted, and always been very in tune. And that's why people have always told me I'm wise. I get that there's like the trauma aspect when you go through things in your childhood and you mature and grow faster and whatever, but there is a lot of wisdom in it, right? Especially because this is what I do, and I got my gifts when I was really young. So I've always been super connected to source. However, I go through these like sometimes up to 2 weeks a month, if I'm lucky, a little less, where I get completely disconnected and I am not even part of reality anymore. Nice. So I feel like it's just the constant middle progress, little by little, where you would think that having gotten gifts young and being so connected and being in tune and blah, 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 blah. What is it? Oh my God, that's so cute, you guys. I'm so new to Twitch. I did not use this stuff like before I streamed. But that's so sweet. That's like the second one, and it's got to be the source word, just like sugary vibes. Little sugar nanny over here. It's so sweet. It has to be you. Do you love this little Illuminati eye? I use that for the hype trains, but I don't really know what a hype train is. It just was a setting. I gotta figure out the emotes. The language of Twitch throws me, y'all. It's a lot, but I'll figure it out. I just haven't really sat down to do it because I was incapacitated. Right? That's the thing. It's like, I love doing this shit, but I can't do it every day. And then when I'm not doing it, I'm like, fuck, reality sucks, man. And it's like, no, it doesn't. We love this. Look at it. We're hanging out. We're having a good time. It's fun. It's cool. Life is all about exploring and getting to the depths of your mind, because you'll never get to the ends of reality. You'll never reach the end of the world. You'll never get to the end of the show, so to speak. So why not just not only embrace the road you're on, but really the whole trip, Right. Yeah. Whatever that even means, to be perfect. Medium spice. That's probably what I would say. I feel like I've always been a medium. That's so fucking funny, because I literally did mean clothes size. And now it just dawned on me that even in my youth, because there were times I was a small and times I was a large, and I was like, I'll just always stick with medium, medium, medium. So I've been calling myself a medium forever, and then lo and behold, here I am, a medium. That's crazy. I literally never thought about that. I love that. So I'm so fucking average, everything. My height, my weight, my looks, that's just good. I mean, I'm like, God. But, no, for sure. That's so funny. I've been telling myself I'm a medium for so long that now I am. I love that for us. Yeah, I don't know if I would say hail Satan, but I'd be like, hey, Satan. That's my boo. I may have made some kind of engagement arrangement with him before. Also dawned on me, like, listen. For Satan. I was thinking, Persephone, right? I don't really remember the context. I don't know. Is that Greek mythology? Roman? Greek. It's gotta be Greek, right? Persephone and Hades. I don't really know what happened. I don't exactly. Dude, God doesn't care if you say what's up. Like, he's not the one being like, do all this. There was some human who connected to it and then was like, I dictating the way all of you interpret what we all think is God. And I don't know why people let them do that. That's why I do my own thing. Let anything I need to know comes to me. And if I need to know more about it, I'll find it. And I don't, it's just like, I just get what I need. Damn, I think I was saying something, but it's definitely stoner vibes. I mean, it's late night. It's like, those are the vibe. God is what's up. Sure. Totally random, because I totally forgot what the fuck I was saying, but I think the whole thing is that it doesn't fucking matter. Oh, you know, a song just came over my head. You know, they're like, no, what? I don't know. I can't remember how it goes. Swimming over the ocean blue, surfing the airport, something with you. Flying by on a Hawaiian roller coaster ride. Yeah, that's nice. That's the vibe. It's just like, if a thought comes, share it. If it's gone, let it go. If it comes back, it's probably a good time to ride it, you know? Wow. I love how insightful and stupid that sounded. That's the duality of man, right? To be able to be a goofball and to be serious. Yeah. Fucking sing that shit, hum that shit, whatever the fuck you want to do with it. Om Namah Shiva. I don't know. How'd I do? I don't know. It just kind of came out of me. I wasn't intending to do that because it's embarrassing to sound my thing. I don't know what it is, my range. But did it anyway. I love that for us. So cool. Y'all, what's up? I can't tell if I'm tired or if I'm gonna channel a message. It's so funny because it's like, oh, someone has arrived. Give me one moment. I'll be right back. The lag. I was like, oh, the ad's not over. I was just taking a second. Chat pause due to scroll. What's this YouTube? It better be Hawaiian roller coaster ride. I'm not about to click it though. I'm streaming. I love how y'all really know your mantras and stuff. That's very cool. It always just felt like it was out of my repertoire or whatever. Yeah, you really know your shit. I love that. May the universal spirit in me greet the divine in you. That's intense, but also relatable and cool. Really kind of beautiful. I like that a lot. It's funny too, because it's like maybe you can say like what you want to in music as long as the intention is pure. Because you know how like sometimes it's like when you're singing, like what are you kind of manifesting for yourself? But what did the artist intend for the song to manifest for you, regardless of what they're saying? What was the feeling they put into it? What was the memory behind it, you know? It's not really about the story they're telling. It's kind of about the reason they made it, which is personal to them, but also a vibe. Oh yeah, we are bullshitting right now. I don't really do like personal readings. I just kind of do general readings and just like general messages. I don't really like to know too much, but obviously it's a pretty small crowd, so it will definitely feel like a personal reading. I just like didn't pull any specific deck out because I was just chatting it up with my cronies over here, you know. So whatevs. We're just vibing, really. But yeah, I got tarot cards, you know. Yeah, yeah. So if there's like a I was kind of curious on both parts. I just for that question. That's why I was like, "Wow, is it a coincidence that you both knew what the other was talking about when it came to the Hindu stuff? Are you both Hindu?" But I think Source is an occultist and knows much about many things and probably doesn't ascribe to Hinduism, would be my guess. Whereas Dapco, I don't know what we're supposed to call you, Graham, uh, probably could be or had a face, would be my guess. Right, see, yeah, that's what I was saying. Kind of just a little bit of everything. Is that what you mean by eclectic? A little bit of a collection, if you will. Perhaps not trying to put words in your mouth. The lag is everything, isn't it? I still have Hawaiian roller coaster ride stuck in my head. I wish I knew more of the words. Yeah, same. I like to respect any deities that appear in my life. Ooh, never heard the expression all roads lead to Rome. Is that, I feel like, what do I hear that all roads lead to? I guess it's just wherever they want it to. Oh, I love Kali, dude. How did you know that? Wait, so are you Hindu? That's funny. I missed your answer. You put the prayer hands, but the fact that you said that, I actually do own a Kali statue. And I got it. That's the thing. Everything that I have or any deity I've connected with, it's just like pure happenstance. There's some reason or another that I ended up with it. And I did purchase this Kali statue. I knew enough about her to know that I kind of definitely vibed. I don't know if Kali Ma is different than the Kali that I had, but I'm talking about classic creation and destruction with the skulls, the men, Kali statue as blue. That's what I was just saying, as we literally came to this year with this lifetime and this technology. All of this was to connect with everyone we've ever met. And that is a lot of people over the course of all time, right? And that's why the population is so high and we are so connected in these little ways. I really love that you gave me Kali, or Kali made herself known to you for me. That really checks out. I love that. There's no way you could have even known that. It's not something I really talk about because if it's not really my lane, I'm not going to press it. But like low key, yeah, I actually do. I do love her. I don't know what that is. Oh, definitely been there. I don't know if that's a spiritual thing for me or one of my many symptoms that I experience occasionally, or perhaps both now that you are bringing it up. Did anybody do want tarot, or are we cool with just like chilling and vibing? What's the deal? Because y'all are more than welcome to teach all of us about this stuff. I find this really fascinating. Don't want to. There's some. Okay, so there's like some stuff I know. I mean, I guess I do know a bit more about Buddhism, a little more well versed in Buddhism, but, Siddhartha was Hindu, right? So, like, Vedas sounds familiar. Upanishads? Upanishads? I don't know how to say that. Doesn't sound familiar. The Vedas are like the core values in Hinduism, right? I think I've been reading, I have this like very, very small book called Path of Meditation. It doesn't even have like an author. It's just like a multi-source book, and right now I'm in the Hindu section. And this just came up in my life. I know about the Ayurvedic diet also. They really did. They really did. There's a lot of messed up stuff happening in the world, but I cannot help but keep thinking about this article I read about cases where families will kill their own children just for like marrying outside of their caste, or like avoiding an arranged marriage. It's like, what? And then there's this weird legal loophole where you're allowed to do it. It's just like mind-blowing stuff, just vile. And then it's like, man, I am grateful to live here. And then it's like, man, it's not that much better here for some people, you know? That's what's so crazy. There's literally terrible stuff going on everywhere, dog. And yeah, the colonizers, not only did they not help, but I think they actually hurt, yeah. Like, I think it's fair to say shit's always been rough, but damn, that stuff's so weird, isn't it? That's why I'm a little sensitive about doing things, even like, I guess, streaming, when it seems like, not that no one cares or gets anything out of it, but just one of those things where you like don't want to be too fixated on yourself, and you don't want to assume that people just want to listen to you talk. And that's why when we are just talking about random stuff, like, I'm cool with it, but I like to remind people, like, hey, if you want tarot, you came here for tarot, that's cool. I'm not trying to waste anybody's time or be so look at me, because I feel like it's like colonizer DNA to feel like you're entitled to people's time, space, and energy, right? Even though you all willingly came here to see me, it's still like something that I think about, I guess, something that is on my conscience, right? Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, yeah. That's so funny, because in the channel reading I did with Jim Morrison earlier, I feel like y'all would have dug it, man. But people were tuning in and not sticking around, that's for sure. I also like mentioning, like, well, that's the thing. If we all are kind of into cross over religious beliefs, it's interesting that you say this Kali Yuga cycle's ending soon, because I don't know what that is, but I am curious about it, because I have been very, not fixated, but interested in looking at the fact that the Mayan calendar ended 10 years ago and was supposed to start this golden age of humanity, and now coinciding with this other era ending, or cycle, Because 10 years of a 2,000 year period is pretty much timing, right? Uh, Pretty much on point. So it's almost like is something's lifting and becoming lighter, brighter. Like, what's the deal with that? You know? And like I love seeing similarities like that across religions, especially with so much distance between them. Oh, but when I was doing the reading with Jim, we were talking about like even in art and music, we've got to take it back a bit because everybody's attention span is already shot. You know what I mean? And movies are repeating themselves. And my God, I don't know. It's just like, where's it all going? What's the next thing when we have the next thing every single day? I feel like people don't think about the fact that, like, at any point, we could seize the means of production or they could stop the means of production. And we might not have access to half the shit we do now, if anything. And I don't think people realize, like, the level how grateful they should be to have access to these things and do these things. And then we are constantly fed all this like wasteoid garbage, right? Like food waste is uncanny to me. And not even just food, but any kind of material resource. There is a need for art, and there will always be a need for art and creation. But to do things, even for humor, totally worth it. But once again, I thought that maybe the pandemic crisis kind of like showed people a new reality where, like, yes, there could be situations in which there are emergencies and we are left lacking. Maybe we should stop being so fruitless with our resources. Maybe we should stop, what's the word? Overindulging or, using in excess, and that's glutton, right? Mid-cycle of what, though? What is the Kali Yuga cycle? I was asking you guys and nobody said anything. Well, we dream, so like in essence, sure, and I think that's where the idea of a simulation comes from because you're simulating pictures and movies in your mind when you sleep, and that's what dreaming is, and we know that dimethyltryptamine at play, and yet we don't understand what. It's not that we don't understand the chemical dimethyltryptamine, but isn't it interesting that everyone who uses it like recreationally, even if it's spiritual, you know what I mean, on the outside, has more of a religious, not necessarily religious, but I guess non-theologically, a spiritual connection to something, right? When they do DMT. And to know that that's released when you die, and that's also what happens when you dream, to think that this wouldn't inherently be some type of dream cycle would be discrediting your own experience, I think. But I gotta plug in. My laptop's gonna die, so enjoy this little break from my voice, okay? I will be right back. Hello, I am back. Let me catch up because I love this. Dun, dun, dun. I feel like I missed a lot. No, I scrolled way too far. Oh, yeah. Dream cycle. Damn, y'all, I just realized I ain't even got nothing to drink. Maya. Yes, existence is beautiful. That's why I'm all about emotions. In the same way that you say that existence, including dreams, illusions, love, war, and whatever, existence is beautiful. That's how I feel about emotions. The full range and spectrum. They're all beautiful. They're like wonderful experiences to have. And to be able to connect to them, I just am so grateful. Okay. I'm on the yoga part. Dude, because there's something they know. It's like, it's not, okay. Hear me out though. First of all, I feel like I get to a point in the night where I can no longer have my hair down. Is it just me? I don't know. It is time to just put that bitch up. Okay, we're done with it. So, first of all, much better, okay? Much better. I'm sorry. I did have to take the time, and I did miss hair. God damn it, how did that even happen? Cool, so, how cool. God, I love how quickly it gets so trippy. But how cool to think that we're all having these like extremely human experiences of being on the very extremely human timeline of 2,000 years, a couple thousand years. A couple and two is basically the same thing. I don't know if there's any other calendar that would suggest more than like, I don't know. Well, how far back do we go before the common era? Like, I don't know. Millions of years, right? But like societally, thousands. Is that where we're at? I'm sorry. It's not that I'm like uneducated, but a little bit I am. I haven't been in school in a long time. I know a bunch of random stuff, but I'm not keeping my history lesson together here. No, it's not really the goal. But it's interesting to think that many of these religions are only a few thousands years old versus like one of the most ancient religions in the world now, Hinduism, and the belief that humans have been doing this for millions of years is actually so interesting. And then I think about our own timeline and even how Blade Runner, I don't think I've seen that movie. The timeline, supposedly something happens November 2019. It's like the end of something, apocalypse. I don't know. I've not seen the movie. Somebody just referenced it to me before. We have to like start over, right? At what point do you like wind the time back? Or even if you've seen Umbrella Academy, the host of time travel lives in 1950 rather than it does in a place, right? Lives in a time. So perhaps the culmination of these ideals and principles from all these different religions and belief systems is to suggest that each 2,000 years has really added up. But after about 2,000 years, you're supposed to like click back, start to one, perhaps, and technology's made it almost impossible to do that because we're keeping track. Or ever since creating a calendar year, you're like refusing to start time over, right? You'd have to have an absolutely catastrophic apocalyptic event. And even in the case that you did, no one would know that it happened. So, I didn't know they believed that we've been at this for millions of years. That just sparked a lot in me. I mean, that sparked a whole. I know what I said, but I'm really impressed that I even could verbalize some of the things I was thinking because of it. It did not hold anyone's interest but my own. That I apologize for, but how very cool that everyone agrees that there's some kind of couple thousand year cycle, like even Christians having their 80 calendar, and now we're just 2,000 years after Jesus, coincidentally enough, but also like the shift in Christianity that became apparent in this time also, watching the fall of the Catholic Church even, where it's like clearly it's ushering in a new cycle, and they probably are missing their second coming of Jesus right now. Just go in line with what everybody else is saying, right? So like the Yuga cycle's ending, the Mayan cycle just ended, because once again, we're not looking at a decade and being like, oh no, that's too far apart. We're looking at a 2,000 year period. This is still in the very first few decades of that 2,000 year period. So like the fact that these are all coinciding, it makes a lot of sense. And we're just layering it on into the millions. But how many times have we done master resets from dinosaurs to whatever? But I always kind of thought dinosaurs were like not early evolution, but the latest evolution. And once you get to the point of being dinosaurs, there's just nothing more, and that's when you start over, right? And perhaps we didn't quite evolve into dinosaurs this go around because the alien DNA made us so human that we went the other way instead of with a more natural bone structure. Yeah, what do you think? I think I lost you guys. I think something happened, and it got real sleepy down in here. And it was a little weird, yeah. But that just interested me so much. It really just opened up this whole kind of world into some of the things that I've always kind of thought about and never really mentioned. And I'm talking like I was thinking about the dinosaur thing like 10 years ago, and how we're just layers and layers and layers with this molten lava covering us every cycle. But to now sit back and think outside of my own boxes that I was in 10 years ago, having grown up Catholic and lived in a Christian part of town or whatever, that's crazy, It's just so interesting how many things really are aligned or in sync. Right. Or like Hinduism is suggesting, if this is like millions of years that we go back, and as I am suggesting that there are sometimes a master reset, where if you evolve into dinosaurs, how does that happen? Well, first you have to kill most of the population, and that's exactly what these billionaires are doing. Chances are half of them are reptilian. You're going to reproduce, your offspring's going to reproduce, but there ain't going to be much to choose from, and all of a sudden, you're getting less and less human. You give it a few thousand years, a few million years, and then that's it. And some of the most stubborn of dinosaurs or the most stubborn of billionaires, right, still walk the planet. There are still dinosaurs. Look at birds, look at insects, look at reptiles, like, bro, they're all little mini dinosaurs out here. And then you see mammals, and it's like, yeah, there is some huge distinctions. And then you look at mammals versus humans, and it's like, I know we're in the same category, but are we? That's so weird, right? Definitely some, like, trickery afoot. So crazy. So, like, Atlantis, basically, maybe Atlantis isn't necessarily a city built underwater, but a city flooded by water. Think about Mount Vesuvius. why did so many people die there? You know, like why were they just willing to sit there and die? Because I guess they had nowhere else to go. They didn't see it coming. This was the first volcano eruption. I don't really remember much about that story. I just remember it fucked me up as a kid, bro. I guess it was probably me tapping into a past life connection. Um, but holy fuck, man. I would get, like, not nightmares about Mount Vesuvius, but I had so much regret when I would hear about it, read about it. Like, there was just something it did to me that I've literally never talked about this before in my life. I don't know why. But it's just like, do I keep saying Mount Vesuvius is Pompeii? I'm talking about Pompeii, right? And Mount Vesuvius erupted and completely obliterated the city of Pompeii. Is that what I'm talking about? Why do I keep saying Mount Vesuvius? I'm talking about Pompeii, right? But Vesuvius is the volcano, Pompeii is the place. Is that what it is? Again, my history lessons at 4 a.m. not great. I get it. Whatever. I don't even know what time it is. But that was probably one of my earliest past life triggers was hearing about the people of Pompeii. That was just like insane. So we see like these patterns of these mass destructions, or even like the other way of pattern where it's not so much the way it's destroyed but the way it's created, like pyramids being such a popular kind of natural form for humans, just to go way along with sacred geometry, or even kind of like signals, right? Harnessing energy in ways that we probably couldn't process now. They talk about that in Ancient Aliens too. It's like so cool to me. But, yeah, dude. Wow. Oh yeah, I gotta get some water, y'all. Good morning. You just woke up? Oh, hey, you're the Heart of the Cards, right? Code glitch. Yes. Good morning. I need to grab water before we get too deep into this. At this point, we're all just kind of shooting the shit about really. Yeah, I didn't want to say German guy because I didn't know if that would be rude. I wanted to remember other details about you, and Heart of the Cards was one of them. Yeah, so I haven't pulled out a tarot deck in a while. Ooh, cool. Never heard that. I've never heard of them. Okay, that's sweet, but don't tell people that. Tell them your name. Code glitch. Hell yeah. So yeah, don't have any decks out or anything. We're just talking about some pretty out there stuff. It's like religious, but also like sci-fi shit. So let me get some water, and we'll be right back to it. You can catch up in the chat, I guess, because it's been a lot of fun. I always liked being weird. Hello, I'm back with my water refreshments. Sleepy Code is still sleepy. Extremely morning vibes. I love that. Extremely morning vibes. That's so funny. Good morning to you. I think that it's gonna be a good night soon for me. So why don't do we want to pull any cards for the day? It is. Oh my gosh! I love that you have no idea who Nico is. My sweet little German friend Glitch, but she does sing this song Sunday morning, and it's Sunday morning, and you're in Germany, and she's from Germany, and it's just really cute that you're here. Sunday morning brings the dawn in. I don't know. It's just the wasted years so close behind. Watch out, the world's behind you. There's always someone around you who will call. Oh. Thanks. That was to me, thank you. It's nothing at all. Do, 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 do. Sunday morning. Ah. Sunday morning. Oh. So yeah, it's a vibe. Oh my god, that'd be so dope. Do you stream it? Just recently? I feel like that's so cool. Oh, pardon my yawns. Yeah, I'll probably wrap it up soon, y'all. It's just been like a slow night. That's okay. I've been out here. Yeah, I just realized that I could do this. You don't want to stream. Why don't you want to stream? Self-conscious, or you just don't like it? Or like, who cares? You don't have to tell me. What? You might as well. That would be so cool if you stream Yu-Gi-Oh! Fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Card readings. Like, I wish that I was doing that. Maybe I should grab some Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards next time I'm over at my dad's house. Got some in the basement over there from back in the day. Oh man, y'all. I love talking to y'all, but I might be too sleepy. Hey everybody, I'm sorry if you're just joining in. I usually am so up and ready for the late night stuff, but it's been such a slow night that like the hype is not there for me. And it's nothing personal to y'all. It's just been so quiet. It was just me and Jim Morrison for most of the night. And I think had I been a little more interactive earlier, I wouldn't be as tired. Oh, that's really sad. It made you depressed. I could kind of see how like starting up could be depressing, but I mean, it could have also been like the weather or something else going on. But yeah, if it's stressful, then don't do it. I really enjoy it. That's why sometimes when I'm like, oh, I'm kind of tired, and then I get so caught up because it's actually just fun to talk to people on the internet. Sometimes, I guess. But at this point, I think I'm gonna go. We didn't even pull out any tarot cards. It's like easy out for me. I appreciate you guys being here. I hope you had a lovely weekend. I hope you have an even better Sunday than any other day of your whole life, and that the next day is even better than that. You know what I mean? No tarot streams, yes. Yeah, sometimes it's just the time of day, you know. I've been doing this a few months and trying really hard at it, advertising for it and blah blah blah, but it's still slow to start for me too, you know. And YouTube was not great. I did that for 2 years. We really did talk about so many interesting things. And I did pull some cards earlier. If you want to watch the streams I did, there's like several videos. The first one, I'm pretty sure I was just doing my makeup. The second one is like the Thoth deck. The third one is only 6 minutes, but it's the Thoth deck and then me having technical issues. The fourth one is pretty much the whole time just me talking to Jim Morrison. It's obviously just me and myself, but me and Jim Morrison. And then I think this is the fifth one. We do. We do. We do. It's kind of addicting. It's like not the everyday conversation that one has. And so when you get to have it, it's very hard to pull away from it, which is why I'm like very torn where I'm like, I think I'm just going to go relax. But I was incapacitated for a few days. So I like wanted to stay up and get into it tonight. But I'm just, why? Are you trying to stay? Oh, because you're working. Duh. Stargate, like, it's like Star Trek, but it's not Star Trek. Is that how that works? I don't really know. It's so funny. I think this is like the most people that have been here all night. That's what I'm saying. It was like real quiet earlier. And so I feel like I was just like, okay, it's going to be an early night. So now I'm like, yeah, y'all are here for the party. And I love doing the 8 a.m.s with you guys. But at the same time, I think I'm calling it an early night tonight. I haven't seen any Star Trek, but I'm not into Star Wars either. I'm more X-Files. I'm more on the ground alien. I'm more extraterrestrial on the terrain. Just finished Roswell. You know, that's my kind of scene for sci-fi stuff like that. Okay, I love you all. Yes. And I will maybe see you later. See you tomorrow. Love that everyone's joining me now. This is literally peak, classic. Ciao, Bella. Okay, I love you all. Very good night and very much luck.